MODELMIND72 coming at you once again with a very special episode of Behind the Styrene. This project was a tribute build to one of our fellow builders that's been in the community. Most of us in the YouTube modeling community know him as Big Boss Man Jim, and he passed away recently, and so this was a tribute build to him, and we're just going to call this one The Boss. That's the name of the car, was The Boss, and it's dedicated to one of our fellow builders, and we're going to get into this build and go over it, and I hope that everyone enjoys it. My condolences to Big Boss Man Jim's family, and I know he's going to be missed. So, getting on into this build here, Behind the Styrene episode of The Boss. This is the Revell Monogram 1970 Boss 429 Mustang. And the way I went downtown with it was a full MODELMIND72 burn, which is, just doing my thing here. So let's start with this finish. This finish was a Rust-Oleum color. It's a Rust-Oleum red gloss cherry is what it's called. And there's 3 coats of the red gloss cherry, wet sanded in between each coat, and then there's 3 thin clear coats over the top of that. And then of course we got the flat black hood. I mean, this shine on this car, guys, is just absolutely stunning. Really happy the way this paint job came out. My opinion is this car would look good in any color, really, but I mean, because I just love the iconic body lines and the style so much. But in red, gloss cherry red, it's just absolutely amazing. Okay, so that's what the finish is on this piece. If you look in the grill and you see those 2 holes sticking there, you got to question yourself and say, well, something's going on there. And you'd be highly right. If you see the hood, the way the massive motor is coming through there, you can actually see some of the piping for the twin turbo setup. That's alright, so opening the hood, setting in a fully modified top fuel funny car tubular chassis that's been heavily modified to fit this Boss Mustang GT body. So there was just an immense amount of body work, fabrication. The frame was totally fabricated, and you can just see the stance. Totally MODELMIND72 burn. I mean, I love the body style. I love the body lines on this car. And of course, digging the finish. So we got to take the body off in order to get inside here. So basically, like I said, we got a top fuel funny car, heavily modified tubular chassis, sitting under the body of the 420, the Boss GT Mustang. So we got, let's start up here. We got the intercooler, scratch built intercooler, scratch built piping with the 288mm twin turbo setup. Fuel cell, we've got scratch built guitar, fuel lines, scratch built front suspension. We've got a so in the engine compartment we have a 498 cubic inch engine that's been, fully modified with a lot of scratch built parts and whatnot. But the 498 was donated by Matthew from his Top Fuel Funny Car build that he was building. So we're going to give a big thank you to Matthew for donating the 498 engine to us. With a dual wired magnetos. Anybody that wants to wire up an engine, definitely wire up a dual magneto engine. We've done it with the blue spark plug wires. That's definitely a lesson. You definitely wired up an engine when you wired up a dual magneto setup. But got the fully blown supercharger. Got the triple threat Burns induction up on top. It's totally scratch built. Scratch built steering, racing steering wheel. We've got we've got our gauges, custom gauges in there. Everything going on in there. This rear end, we've got this is the Top Fuel Funny Car Goodyear drag slicks, and we are wearing the 1955 Pro Sportsman rims in the front and in the back. Of course, we got the Burns Drag Masters up front for the rubber. We also have a fully scratch built rear end to fit these massive meats under the rear end of the Mustang. We've got two scratch built bottles of two big bottles of Burns NOS, all wired up and plumbed. Quick change rear end, scratch built chassis. Just, if Big Boss Man Jim could get in this car and take it down the track, if you could see his face after he got to the end of the track, I'm sure he'd be smiling from ear to ear. So, just, it was an absolute joy to do a tribute build to such a great man, such a great modeler. He was anybody that knew him knew that he was one of a kind character on YouTube. That's for sure. So this is the Boss, built for Big Boss Man Jim. This is a tribute build, and this is behind the Styrene episode. This engine here, the interesting thing about this engine is my son Matthew, me and him are doing a father-son project, doing the Top Fuel Funny Car project, the Go Digger, and he was building this engine to go in the Go Digger, okay? And I told him about Big Boss Man Jim tribute build, and he wanted to donate this engine to this build. So he's a stand-up man. He's a stand-up guy, my son Matthew is, and so that was just a beautiful, absolute beautiful thing that he did. That's one reason why I got this model built as quickly as I did, was because he donated the engine. Of course, I modified it and everything, but he painted this. Matthew painted the engine block with a gloss red acrylic, and then he donated the bus, and we wired it up and added some goodies and everything, and put it in here for the Big Boss Man. So this is the final way that I'm leaving the model as it sets. You can see the holes go in the grill with the piping. They go down to the intercooler, and they come out of the intercooler. They go up into the fabricated pipes up to the supercharger and the triple threat induction. Very intricate, complex setup, but just absolutely beautiful, massive engine that I know Big Boss Man would just eat up. So I want everybody to leave comments what you think about this build. Leave your comments about the great man that was built for. We have a wonderful, wonderful community full of great people, guys. Wonderful community. In the back here, we do got the dual chute setup that does have the parachute strings and everything. So just the Mustang's an icon, so you build the icon. So here it is, behind the Styrene episode, Big Boss Man Jim's tribute build. This is the Pro modified 1970 Boss Mustang. I really want you guys to leave comments on this video pertaining to what you thought about Big Boss Man and this community we're in. You can comment on the build as well. Any comment that you choose to leave will be valued, as all of them are. Thank you so much for your time, for stopping in. This is MODELMIND72, giving a big shout out to the community, giving a big shout out to all my subscribers, giving a big shout out to the Big Boss Man Jim. Peace and love to all. MODELMIND72, over and out.